Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace. Rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin sitting. If you have something you want to sit up on, you can grab it. Blanket or cushion. And come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Begin to slow down your breath. And let your whole internal pace slow down. Creating as much space as you can between what you notice and what you do about it. And you can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus. And feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you. And let's begin with a side stretch. We'll take the right arm up and over. You can lean onto your left hand or elbow, but try not to tip off your right sit bone. Begin to circle your right arm back behind you as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then curve your way around through center all the way over into a side stretch on the other side. Start to circle your left arm back behind you as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch, and then curve through center all the way over to the first side. Continue into one big circle. When you get to the beginning, curve around through center all the way over. One big circle. When you get to the beginning, let's curve back to center and then stay there, folding forward over the legs. And using the support that works for you, it might be your fingertips or elbows or all the way down. Letting go into the position you're in, whatever that is. And then walk your hands in, roll up. We'll bring hands to the floor behind us, fingers facing forward, roll your shoulders back, your elbows back. And then lift the chest, take the chest as high as you can. And then release. Come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top. And then drop your right ear over to right shoulder, and let's press down through the left shoulder, looking for a stretch on the left side of the neck. Rotate your chin to your chest and come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop, but now even more through the right side, looking for a stretch there. Rotate chin to chest, come back to the first side, and then go back and forth. Watching the sensation move from one side over to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. And then release the arms, head floats back up. We'll bring hands to the floor behind us. Again, fingers facing forward. Roll the shoulders back, roll the elbows back. Puff up the chest as high as you can. Is there even more? And then release. Come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And roll your way back up. Let's bring the feet to the floor. Shift your hands to the floor in front of your feet. And then take a rock front to back. As you rock your weight forward, you can look for a stretch through your toes. As you rock back, getting into calves, ankles, Achilles tendon. And then let's drop the heels, lift the hips, and shift your weight back to hang in ragdoll. How much can you let go here? Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat and step back into a high push-up position. Fingers spread. Feel the whole underside of your body lifting evenly away from the floor, thighs, belly, chest, everything lifting up. Keeping it in a straight, long line from your head, through your shoulders, hips, all the way to your heels. And then slowly shift your weight forward to lower down, keeping that line nice and long. Let's come into a back bend and take the time you need. You might start gently, little baby cobra. Perhaps coming higher, or just exploring, how is this in your body right now? What feels right for you right now? Maybe even coming up to up dog. And then let's come back to downward facing dog. You could bend one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. Waking up the backs of the legs. Eventually settle onto 2 feet evenly. Heels can be up or down. Knees bent or straight. And then let's drop the knees and sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels. Resting, letting go. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, and lightly hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhale, fold, let your head release fully. Inhale up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Standing tall, mountain pose. Let's take a full A series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths. Could be in down dog. Could be in child's pose or sitting or on your forearms or knees, any neutral shape. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. How much consciousness can you bring to what you're doing? Really paying attention. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Go as slow as you need to. So you're bringing your knee as close into the chest as you can, as far out to the right, as high up to the ceiling as you're able. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times, really big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest, working core strength. Extend it up and back. Take a big step forward. Low lunge. Let's drop the back knee. If you want to pat it, you could roll up the side of your mat, or if you have a blanket or cushion you want to put under there, you're welcome. Feel free to use blocks for your hands or something like a block. Look for an opening at the front of the left hip as you sink your hips forward. And you can keep hands on the blocks or the floor. You could bring hands or elbows to the front leg. to your hips or arms all the way up. Last breath here. Release. Hands to the floor or to your blocks. Let's take the hips back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back. Adjusting so hips are right above the back knee, at least to begin with, and hands are right under shoulders. Going towards hips square, towards a flat back, towards folding. And if you want to go towards splits, Hanumanasana, if that feels like a good idea right now, you're welcome to try sliding the right heel forward. Meet your edge right where it is. Did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, let's bring both hands to the inside. We're going to turn out through the right foot and then sink hips forward. Lizard pose. You can explore, experiment. Any shift or adjustment will have an effect, so you're welcome to find how this works best for your body. If you want to add a quad stretch to this, you could bend the back leg and reach for it. To release, let's bring hands to the floor, shoulder width apart. Tuck the back toes and lift up to a plank height. We're going to adjust to a side plank. Before we do, shimmy the right foot a little further down your mat so it makes it a little easier to lift the right arm and come onto the outer edge of the left foot. You can either keep your right leg where it is or stack it on top. You could also drop the bottom knee. There's loads of variations. You could lift the top leg up. Finding some variation, breathing here, feeling right where you are. And then release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa as you go. You might just step back. Feel whatever you're doing. From down dog, let's take the left leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee. Really exploring what's possible, the full range, not just what's comfortable, not just what's already open. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times. Really big circles. And then bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. And reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. Low lunge. You may want to pad the back knee. You may want to grab blocks for your hands, adjust the distance between your legs. You can take any arm position, something similar to what you did on the first side. One more breath. And then release. Hands back to the blocks. Take the hips back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward. Flex toes back. Going in the directions you know to go in and meeting your edge where it is right now. If you did slide further forward towards splits on the other side, you're welcome to try that again on this side. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, we'll bring both hands to the inside for a lizard pose. Turn out through the left foot, shift your weight forward. You could always scoot your hips forward or back, left or right. If you did add a quad stretch on the other side, you might add that again, bending the back leg and reaching for it. To release, let's bring hands shoulder width apart. Tuck the back toes, lift the hips to plank height. And before shifting into side plank, just shimmy the left foot a little further down your mat so it's a little easier to lift the left arm. And then come into a similar variation to what you did on the first side, whatever that was. Feeling where you are. Using the effort to be in the shape you've chosen. And can there also be ease, even in this strong pose? Last breath here. Release. Make your way to a good rest. Any movement transition. Any neutral shape. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And then come all the way through to sitting. Extend the legs forward. And we'll fold over straight legs. You can use your hands on the floor to support you, or on your feet, or on something around the feet. Inhales towards length. Exhales towards folding. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's bring the right leg up, cradle the lower leg, and take a little rock side to side. As you do this, sit as tall as you can. So you might notice your back wants to round. Lengthen it as much as you're able. You can explore bringing your knee more out to the side or foot more out to the side. And then try taking your right arm underneath, as much or as little as feels right. You might get your elbow, so you might creep your shoulder. If bringing your head feels like a good idea, you can do that. And then we're going to place the right hand on the floor and slide it back so it kind of locks the leg in place. From here, you might straighten the right leg part way or all the way, looking under the left arm. So you're just working with your body. It doesn't need to look like what I'm doing. Just going in the directions you know to go in. Meeting your edge. Right where it is. Let's release. Bend that right leg in and maybe take it to a half lotus. If that's a pose that works for you, do half lotus. If it doesn't work for you, how about Janu Shirshasana? Right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. If you're doing half lotus and want to try for a bind, you can bring your right arm around behind your back to either grab your left elbow or go for the big toe. And then fold whatever amount. So you could have one or both hands on your foot, one or both hands on the floor. Taking the parts of this that are useful, leaving what's not useful. And then being with exactly what you are doing, right like this, however this is. Let's release, come up. Take a moment to let go of that side. If you want to rub your joints, circle anything, rehabilitate anything you need to. And then take the left lower leg up. Cradle it. A little rock side to side, sitting tall as you do. Maybe bring it a little bit more to the left. And then creep the left arm underneath, whatever amount you're able. So you're just going towards, and then you meet your edge, where it is. Could be your elbow coming, could be the shoulder, could be the head. And then slide the left hand back to kind of lock it in place as you go towards a straight left leg. Doesn't need to get any straighter than it gets. In fact, how could it? That's not possible. So you're just going towards straight, and then you be with how it is, however it is. Release, bend that left leg into half lotus or Janushirshasana. Perhaps adding a bind, perhaps folding. Let's release. Maybe a little rub to the knees or ankles. A little self-massage, letting go of what we've just done. Let's set up for a supported fish. So you'll need props for this. You might use blocks, you might use rolled up blanket, cushion, foam roller, bolster, yoga mat. Something's going to go behind the upper back. Depending on how high that thing is, you may want something else to support your head so that the chin is dropped and the back of the neck is long. If the thing you've chosen isn't quite working, try something else. If you want less intensity, go with something smaller or softer. If you want more intensity, try something harder or higher. Arms can be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be bent or straight. How much can you relax into what you're doing? Letting your body melt over the props. When you're ready to release, interlace your fingers behind your head. Use your hands to lift your chin to your chest, taking the pressure off your props. And then lean to one side to move your stuff out of your way. And just check in with your body. What's still needed for you to feel complete in this practice? Is there a last pose or stretch or something you'd like to do to finish up? You can just ask yourself that and wait for an answer or move into the first thing you feel like doing. Nothing right or wrong. Just feeling what you're doing now. And each time you finish something, just ask again, what's needed now? Taking the time you need to wind things down. And when nothing else is needed, you can start getting comfortable in your final resting pose. And take your time getting as comfortable as you can. If you want to put on extra layers or use props or a little self-massage. These few moments we spend in stillness, I think, are very important. In this physical practice, we're moving a lot of energy around. We're creating new habits and patterns in the body. And spending a few moments in stillness afterwards kind of lets things soak in. Eventually letting go of the control of your breath, letting go of doing anything. slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Increasing this movement gradually through your wrists and ankles. And eventually taking a big stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. You might let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that support you on your path. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you. Oh, that was a good one. Hope that was good for you too. You know, when we have a practice, we just show up, don't know what it's going to be like. And sometimes it's slogging. Sometimes it's just, going through the motions. And sometimes there's magic. I hope there's magic for you sometimes. Makes the slogging worth it. I know for me it does. So thanks for showing up, however it was for you.